similar does this situation entering this series feel to last season? You had Steph coming back after missing all that time. Clearly, him and Andrew were different people. They were away for different circumstances. But is there a sense of familiarity with just reintegrating someone right as the playoffs are starting?
Yeah, it feels very similar. I think the difference was, last year we got off to a great start with the season and had some cushion for our struggles later on in the regular season. So we were in a better position seeding-wise. But, kind of the end of the season, there was a similar vibe. I think last year we won our last 5 to get to the 3 seed. This year we won 8 of our last 10 to move up. We got healthy last year just at the very end. That seems to be happening right now with this group. Heading into the playoffs, I think last year we felt like we were rounding into form, and that's exactly how it feels this year. So we've been through this before.
Yeah, Draymond was saying, just because we're entering a new chunk of the season doesn't mean the issues that you guys were struggling with are just going to go away, but because there is just a certain extra level of focus and attention to detail with the playoffs, maybe that suggests, or he thought that suggests those things could be more worked through. Right? Do you agree with that?
In terms of like winning on the road, you mean?
Yeah, winning on the road. We talked a lot about urgency all year, not being dialed in from the jump, areas of the game like that.
Yeah. This group has been together for a long time, the core group, and they've won a ton of road games together. I'm not concerned at all about our regular season road record this year and how that translates to the playoffs, because it's the bigger picture that matters. And over many years, we've been able to win a lot on the road, and I expect that to continue.
From your past experiences, especially starting a series on the road like this, how important is that first quarter with a rowdy crowd like that, kind of getting off to a strong start?
Well, it always helps. But it also doesn't guarantee anything. You just you have to go into every series understanding there's going to be ebbs and flows and adjustments, and you've got to figure out strategic changes, lineup changes, all that stuff you have to figure out on the fly. But the beauty of 4 out of 7 is that there's time to do that. It's great if you can get off to a good start, and win the first game, get off to a good start in the first quarter, whatever. But the flip side is true too. I think I mentioned yesterday we lost at home against Boston last year. Everyone said, well, whatever the number is, 80% of teams that lose the first game at home in the finals lose the series, whatever, and none of that matters. It's what matters is the full 7 games and the scope of all that.
Is there a plan for Andrew's minutes for Saturday yet?
There is, but I'm not willing to share it at this time. All right.
Your answer is yes.
I know. What was that all about?
I thought it was an okay answer.
Midway through, he just gets up and leaves. Rude.
Is that it? Good.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.